Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to MaxsPeED TV Sunday night CFM Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys. This is Season 1, Round 2, second race of Round 2. To determine our top 4 to go into the championship race next week, going to go ahead and jump right into everything. Glad everybody can join us tonight. These drivers are gearing up, ready to go. Right now we have 19 drivers in the session. I do see maybe a few more coming in, but let's go ahead and jump into our point standings real quick with our top 8. Lynn McNeese out front with a 2048. Russ Hancock there in second at a 2042, 6 behind Lynn. Sean Stevens coming in third at a 2040, 8 behind the leader, Lynn, and 2 behind Russ. Adam Kilday sitting in fourth place right now with a 2038, 10 behind the leader and 2 behind Sean. Anthony English at a 2037, 11 behind the leader and 1 behind Adam. Tight points race right now between these guys. Les Levy right now in second at 2032, 16 behind the leader and 5 behind Anthony. Rick Seabrand's in seventh right now at a 2031, 17 behind the leader and 1 behind Les. Mark Mann rounding out your top 8 right now at 2029, 19 behind Lynn, the leader, and 2 behind Rick. So top 4, wow, that was loud. Sorry about that, folks. Right now, we're going to go ahead and jump to our sky cam so we can kind of get through all of this. But really tight points race right now. Eric W. out there in chat. Hey, Eric, how you doing, buddy? Glad to finally see you. It's been a while. But really tight point racing right now with the top 8. And, you know, going into next week, the top 4. So they have to have a good showing tonight to get in the top 4 to transfer over to the championship race next week. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and step aside for just 1 minute. Play the national anthem provided by our friends at Madison Rising. When we get back, we'll go over pre-race analytics and maybe try to talk to a few of these guys and see what they think about the track tonight. Well, hang tight. National anthem coming your way right now.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxsPEED TV.
Well, folks, we are back once again. We are at Daytona tonight in the Xfinity cars, CFM Speedway Monkeys, presented by Buttkicker. A big shout out to Buttkicker for coming on board and sponsoring the season. Also, another big shout out to Mr. Rick Seabrands, who is the sponsor for tonight's race, the Yeti 200. Again, this is race 2 of the second round. Your top 8 battling for that top 4 spot to go into the championship race next week. We do have a few things to go over real quick. The season for next, or the schedule, I should say, for next season has been posted. We're going to go ahead and put that up on the screen real quick for everybody to kind of look over. The season 2 starts, looks like March the 16th. They will be back in the trucks at Daytona right here at night. So pretty good schedule. Changed up the format for the playoffs. 2 races for round 1, 2 races for round 2. And also round 3, the top 4 will have 3 races to determine our season champion. Again, the season champion will get a Buttkicker system for their rig. But, pretty good deal. And I think special shout out goes to Mark Mann. He was the one that kind of got that set up with CFM. So big shout out to Mark for that as well. But we're going to jump right in to our pre-race analytics right now. 8-mile-an-hour wind, 71-degree air temperature, track temp at 89 degrees. Again, we are doing 80 laps tonight, 200 miles, unlimited tires at 50% fuel, 55-mile-an-hour pit speed, 75-mile-an-hour pace speed. Again, we are here at Daytona Beach at Daytona International Speedway. So glad to have everybody out there chatting it up already. Eric, Brendan, I think Joshua sent me a message earlier, said that he would try to jump in here and visit with everybody if he was feeling up to it. So we'll see if we can have Joshua in here a little bit later. Of course, he is at home doing well, recovering after everything that has happened, but he is doing pretty good. So, well, let's see if we can't get well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let me see where Mr. Lynn is out here on the track. Got about a minute left. He was last week's winner. We're going to go ahead and bring him up to the booth. Lynn, Steve up here in the booth, got a copy there, buddy?
I got you.
Hey, man, you're out there finishing up some practice. Last week's winner. Current points leader for the playoffs. How's things going for you out there tonight? How's the cars feel, track? Give us a little rundown.
Everything feels pretty good tonight. It's like we're gonna have a full house with a bunch of people in here tonight. So a little more challenging to finish here at Daytona.
Well, you know, super speedways always crapshoots, always depending on where you're at when the big one happens, whether you're involved or not. But you know, awesome win last week to get you, you know, up at the top, and you know, hopefully you have something for these guys tonight.
Oh, I just hope we can finish well enough to, run to the next round and be there for the final four, so we can cross our fingers.
Yeah, exactly. All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you go. About 20 seconds left. You guys will start qualifying, but good luck, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of the race.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. You have a good one up there.
You too. We'll get him back down there in race room 1, where he was at. 3 seconds wrapping up here, folks. They will be going into qualifying. We'll go ahead and get our qual time bar up here. So looking at the schedule after tonight, like I said, next week will be the championship night. They will be at Talladega, February the 23rd. Les Levy is the sponsor for that race. As these guys will start qualifying right now, we're going to kind of see what we can see as Anthony English is coming out on the track, as well as Rick Seabrand, Sean Stevens rolling off of pit road. Les Levy sitting at the end of pit road right now. Kevin Haas coming out of pit road. Doug Johnson is sitting on pit road waiting to come out. David Overstreet, that beautiful 68 machine, Tractor Supply. Dusty Burkhardt is coming out of pit road in that Tennessee Vols car. Russ Hancock in the Hot Tamales 343. One of my most favorite snacks right there, I have to say. Blaze out there, wishing everybody good luck. Appreciate Blaze joining us. Eric, Brendan, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming in. That's our moderators, so glad to have them out there. Those guys helping me keep an eye on chat. Again, if you're new to MaxsPeed TV, be sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you know every time we go live. And as Eric always says, be sure you lick that like button, but just be sanitary. Hope your screens are clean. Well, no time's coming in just yet. These guys are getting their warm-up lap in before their official qualifying lap. Again, Rick Seabrand's in that Yeti 4 machine, tonight's sponsor, the Yeti Coolers 200 here at Daytona. And Anthony English right now holding the top spot at a 50.3 flat as he decides to go airborne. We're going to check on him, make sure he's all right. Good Lord. I'm not really sure what that was about, but Sean Stevens right now in second with a 50.303. That 62 machine of Les Levy in third at a 50.319. The number 4 Rick Seabrand's our sponsor for tonight at 50.325. The 03 Kevin Haas currently in fifth at 50.325. But Paul Servant just came out and knocked Anthony English out of that pole position at a 50.245. Very good lap there by Paul Servant. Right now we have got, looks like 20 drivers currently in the field. We'll take a look at the number 3 machine of Paul Servant, the Oreo car. We have got some good looking cars out here tonight, folks. About a minute left of qualifying. Cole Spaulding is out on the track, the 49 machine, in the Yuengling light beer car. Dana Osborne has finished up his lap, qualifying in 8th right now. Adam Kilday in 6th. Les Levy got knocked down to the 4th place spot. Mark Mann out there in the Batman 04. Putting in lap John Guerrero, the 88 car. And Luke Gray right now sitting on pit road, at the end of pit road in the 29 machine Sinclair. Mark Mann did put in a good qualifying time at a 50.322. That's going to be good enough for top 5 start for Mark. 20 seconds left. Yeah, these guys just don't know. John Guerrero finishing up his lap, good enough for 7th place. Luke Gray is still sitting on pit road. But your pole sitter will be the number 3 machine of Paul Servant. We'll see if we can't find Paul here real quick. He is in 3. We'll go ahead and grab Mr. Paul Servant up to the booth. Paul, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
I do. How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. Looks like you're doing pretty well tonight. Got the pole tonight. Man, good run for you, though, man.
Yeah, she was fast.
Yeah, 50.245 is what I got. Man, it's an awesome job, though.
Smooth. That was smooth. It felt fast.
Well, so looking at the field, it looks like we got 20 cars in tonight. What, other than surviving Super Speedway, clean air, what do you got to do, man?
I'm going to try and help Russ and Les move on to the 8. I'm trying not to be in anybody's way and help them out as much as I can. But, if an opportunity shows itself for a win, I'll try and get one.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what we're here for. Whether you're in the championship or not, we want that W. But awesome job tonight, buddy, and congratulations. And maybe we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, have a good race, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
Thanks, sir.
All right, got him moved back down to his room, but we're going to go ahead and get our qual grid up here, starting row 1 inside the 3 machine. On the pole, Paul Servant. Anthony English outside row 1 in the 44, starting 2nd. Row 2 inside the 27 machine of Sean Stevens in 3rd. 62 of Les Levy on his outside in 4th. Starting row 3 inside 5th is the 04 of Mark Mann. Rick Seabrand's currently in the 4 machine running, going to be starting in 6th. Row 4 starting 7th, 88 of John Guerrero. Outside row 4 in 8th, 85 of Adam Kilday. Kevin Haas right now in 9th, starting 9th in the 03 machine. Number 8 of Dana Osborne starting 10th. Row 6 in 11th, 38 of Doug Johnson. Outside is the number 66 of Bubba Winningham starting 12th. Row 7, 69 of Dusty Burkhardt in 13th. Outside of him of row 7 is the 68 of David Overstreet in 14th. Row 8, 49 of Cole Spalding starting 15th. Starting 16th to 343 of Russ Hancock. Row 9 inside the 29 of Luke Gray, and outside of him is the number 45 of Michael Pratt. Row 10, 19th to 48 of Andrew Schroeder, and the 84 of Lynn McNeese starting 20th. And that is going to round out our field, folks, as they come around at turn number 2, coming down the back stretch. Going to get the race started now. The race will start on green. Any restarts will be on the leader inside the Geico restart zone. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to Bubba and to David for approaching me about broadcasting their leagues. And also to a lot of these guys are showing love and support for Josh while he is down and out. But Josh is making, like I said, he is making a good recovery. He is at home resting. Did go back for his post-op checkup, and everything is going well. Well, as we get to our restart cam, pace car dies off down to the safety of pit road. Green flag is out, folks. Here we go. Round 2. Second race at Daytona is underway. Paul Savant, the old 3 machine, still out front. Got the 27 of Sean Stevens behind him. The 04 of Mark Mann on that inside line outside. You had the 44 of Anthony English, the 62 of Les Levy. Really side-by-side racing right now. Kind of get a little bit wider shot here as Rick Seabrand's in the number 4 outside as well, with Adam Kilday behind him, the 8 of Dana Osborne. And it looks like the 66 of Bubba Winningham all on the outside. The 3 of Paul Servant, 27 Sean Stevens, 04 Mark Mann. That looks like the 88 of John Guerrera. The 03 of Kevin Haas. On that inside line, followed by Doug Johnson, a 69 of Dusty Burkhart. Luke Gray in the 29 machine. So the P next to their name means they are in the playoffs. They are a chase driver. So they are part of the top 8. Now, after tonight, the top 4, so it will change. So it'll be the top 4 going into the next race for the championship. Oh, as Paul Savant gets spun around. Not sure what happened there as the yellow flag comes out, and there is people still wrecking. But we're going to take a look here, folks. See what happened here with Mr. Paul Servant. If I can get... It looked like that happened right there. Let me get to my chase view here. It looked like maybe a bad push. Oh, some net code right there, folks. You seen him get down close to that 88 machine of John Guerrera, and all of a sudden his car just jumped. It doesn't look like Anthony gave him a bad push. Just looking from what I'm seeing right there, it could have been. Anthony might have been off center a little bit. Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit, but I think netcode played a cause of that as well. The 62 of Les Levy. Somehow the 4 of Rick Seabrand's got a little piece of that. So did Bubba Winningham. But we're going to take a look here, see if we can zoom out here. I don't know what is going on with my... Probably because where he is lined up at. It looked like everybody else made it through. Paul's got a meatball flag. Les Levy has a meatball flag as well. Unfortunately, that happens Sean Stevens is going to be your current leader. Mark Mann in second. John Guerrero third. Kevin Haas fourth. Anthony English in fifth. Doug Johnson in sixth. I guess Doug had enough damage. He had to use a fast repair. Les Levy had to use his fast repair. And Paul Servant still on pit road. I'm going to try to save. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, but that's what happens. Sometimes it happens on super speedway. Sometimes you have just too much damage to overcome. We're looking at Bubba Winningham right now coming back out. He is sitting currently in 19th. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think a lot of that was net code off of the 88. Kind of got him, jumped him a little bit sideways, and Anthony was just trying to push him. Anthony and Paul are both. They run well together, so I don't think it was anything. Of course, these guys, nothing is really. I don't want to say nothing, but a lot of the wrecks here are really unintentional. As we get ready to come back across the start-finish line, the pace lights will go out. Unfortunately, 6 laps in, and we've already got our first caution. It happens, though. But Sean Stevens, Mark Mann, John Guerrero, Kevin Haas, Doug Johnson, Luke Gray, Anthony English, Dusty Burkhart, Andrew Schroeder, and Daytona Osborne, your top 10 at the moment. Well, we'll see. I know that there was something that came out and said they was aware of a lot of netcode issues, but they are working on it again. Stephen Lane up here in the booth for Checkered Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys. Glad everybody is joining us tonight. As we go back to our restart cam. The palm trees sitting out there in the infield. As these guys start coming into turn 3 and 4. A pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road once again. Yeah, it's I'm glad I'm not that technical, so I can barely run ATBO and iRacing, so well, here we go. Geico restart zone, green flags back out, back on the loud pedal. Good jump by these, good start by these guys, nice and clean. Sean Stevens, your current leader. Mark Mann outside does have help with that 03 of Kevin Haas, the 38 Doug Johnson, at the 29 of Luke Gray. You guys let me know if the volume needs to be adjusted. Kind of went through pre-race, but wasn't getting a big group of cars together, so it may be a little bit louder compared to what it was whenever I was trying to set all the camera sounds up. Yes, he is, but he is back out on the track, depending on how much. He had 4 minutes of damage, or I say 4 minutes of damage. He was in his pit box for 4 minutes and 53 seconds. So far, so good. These guys restarted very well as we're looking at Paul Servant right now. We'll get back up here. Mark Mann is trying to lead his first lap of the race, but Sean Stevens down on that inside is not going to make it easy on him. These guys come flying around that turn 4 into the tri-oval. We'll see who gets it at the line. It looks like it's going to be Sean Stevens again. Led 7 laps so far. Yeah, he's the only car that is a down lap. So as long as he is not involved in anything, he will get his laps, or at least one of his laps back. But looking back here, it looked like he was trying to take it 3 wide, or somebody is. Yeah, that was Paul, but he's got help up there in front of him. Ooh, a little bit of dooring going on there between. I believe that is Andrew Schroeder in the 48 machine. Everybody just kind of falling back in a double file line. Ooh, Rick Seabrands or somebody. I think that was that Paul? Oh no, David Overstreet with the black or meatball flag. I believe that was David that may have hit the wall. Right now, Kevin Hawes, Mark Mann battling out up here for the lead. Sean Stevens trying to push Mark up towards out past Kevin Hawes, who is going to get that lap. Looks like that went to Kevin Hawes. They have got to be careful about these cars and overheating. Oh, the number 3 up into the wall. That gets people loose behind them. Kind of a courting effect. That was Luke Gray. But we're back 3 wide here. Mark Mann. We'll get back up here. Well, 6 laps out. No, didn't really slow him down any. He is still up there. Sean Stevens, your current leader. Anthony, oh, who was that? We got another wreck going on. That was Andrew Schroeder involved. Well, let's see if we can figure out. Doug Johnson with the black flag. That might have been Doug that went by. We'll get a MaxSpeed TV rewind here. Looked like it happened right here with Andrew, but we'll take a look here and see what happened. Oh, looks like Doug Johnson got a little bit loose. Come down. And him and Andrew Schroeder getting into each other. Let's go back here to see if Doug got shoved or what was going on. We were 3 wide right there. '29 of Luke Gray got a little wobbly, but then look and see if he got tagged there by the 20 or the 08 of Dana Osborne. Well, he hit him pretty flush. But with these cars, if you get hit too hard, that will cause you to get loose. Unfortunately, got Douglas involved again. He's already used 1 fast repair. Not seeing a whole lot of damage. Of course, Doug got the keep digging Josh on the back of his car. I wouldn't call that net code, just for the simple fact that these cars are horrible when it comes to the bump draft. So the slightest bump with these cars are horrendous. They can't handle getting shoved like the next gens, or even some like the Gen 4s. So I don't know. It's part of the dynamics or the mechanics that iRacing put on these cars. Hopefully, with this new update that be coming out here soon, that fixes that problem. Yeah, because these cars are really fun to drive. They're fast, and they draft well. But as far as the bump draft, they're just horrible. So right now, Anthony English is your leader. John Guerrera in second. Sean Stevens in third. Mark Mann in fourth. Michael Pratt rounding out your top five. Kevin Haas, Dusty Burkhart, Cole Spaulding, Russ Hancock, Dana Osborne is your top 10. Rick Seabrands in 11th. Les Levy 12th, Lynn McNeese 13th, Adam Kilday in 14th, Bubba Winningham in 15th, Andrew Schroeder 16th, Doug Johnson 17th, Luke Gray 18th, Paul Servant is 19th, but Luke Gray and Paul are both a lap down, and unfortunately David Overstreet looks like he has taken his car behind the wall. So we get back up to the front as the leaders or pace lights are out. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying they can't be. You can't bump draft. You just you have to ease into the car. If you're going to be doing the pushing, you have to ease into the car in front of you, because if you hit them too hard, the car in front's going to get loose. It almost lifts up the rear end. It gets the rear end loose. That's true. That is true. There, Gen 4. Well, you got to look at the Gen 4s too. The nose of the Gen 4s slant down a lot more. So when you try to bump draft in those, it shoves up underneath the rear of the car in front of you, and it definitely lifts up the rear end. That's the same way with the late models and the super late models. Yeah, pretty much, Eric. Pretty much pancake flipper. Again, we're going to get a look at some car paints here in just a minute. Several of them I want to take a look at, especially the number 66 of Bubba Winningham. Sporting that red 66 machine tonight as the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road, coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out, back on the loud pedal. Here we go. Lap 15 of 80, or starting lap 16 of 80. A little bit of a wiggle there by Sean Stevens. Top six side by side right now. Well, in real life they do, Eric. I mean, the Xfinity cars in real life bump draft very well. And like I said, they bump draft well in the sim. It's just the bump has to be a gradual push. Because if you really slam into the rear end of the car in front of you, as these guys, oh, John Guerrera, Mark Mann, another caution coming out. Again, that's probably what happened there as well. As you right there, you see Mark Mann getting a little bit sideways. Let me get to my chase view. We're looking back from Doug Johnson here. Let's get back up where my controllers ain't working. We're going to look right here with Mark Mann. And right there you back up the track. Really nowhere for Mark to go. He just comes right up, and you can see the right rear bumper just fold in on John Guerrera's car. Of course, Bubba Whittingham involved in that as well. Douglas Johnson involved. Let's go back to a, let's see here. I'm not seeing. Let's back this out. Trying to see who all else got involved in that. Like Dana Osborne involved. Paul Servant got it. You see his car, got his car locked down. Unfortunately, that got several people involved. Not seeing any meatball flags, so that's a good sign. As we are on John Guerrera right now, he's got quite a bit of damage. I'm going to see if he does use his fast repair. It doesn't look like he has used it yet. Russ Hancock with a black flag, been in his box for 2.5, almost 3 minutes now. Wags out there in chat. Hey, Wags, I hope you get to feeling better soon, buddy. Ooh, Russ Hancock missing his whole left front spindle. Yeah, I think that car, they're going to be there for a while. Obviously didn't have his fast repair checked when he went into the pits. Well, that's going to bring us back out here. Paul Servant back on the lead lap. Currently in 16th spot, but he is up front at the moment. Now when the pace car comes back to the start-finish line, he'll probably drop down and let those guys back around him to get back in his spot. But he is coming down pit road at the moment with a whole bunch of other cars, it looks like. Oh, this. Well, we are back, folks. A little bit of crank it up for you. Yeah, I was reading the comments down here. Yes, Paul Servant is, well, he is actually back a lap down. Anthony English, Sean Stevens, Dana Osborne, Mark Mann, Adam Kilday, your top five. Cole Spaulding, Lynn McNeese, Dusty Burkhart, Les Levy, Rick Seabrands rounding out your top 10. Rick is getting passed up by Bubba and Paul. Bubba is on the lead lap. Paul is a lap down. Les Levy there in 10th now. Rick Seabrands falling back to 11th. Doug Johnson in 12th. Michael Pratt in 13th. Kevin Haas 14th. Andrew Schroeder 15th. Paul Servant 16th, a lap down. Luke Gray a lap down in 17th. And Russ Hancock 2 laps down, currently running 18th. Unfortunately, John Guerrero and David Overstreet have called it a night. Yeah, there's a whole lot of racing, and yes, these guys kind of settled down a little bit and being patient. And to me, that being, especially if you're in the playoffs or a chase driver, just being patient is the way to go. Ooh, Russ Hancock got a little bit off-centered push on Osborne. Russ does kind of go up high, probably to get a little bit of air in that car to keep it cooled down. Again, these cars will get hot fairly quickly, especially if you don't get any air into it at all. We'll try to get some interviews here when we can, folks. Got a little bit more time on the bigger tracks compared to, like Atlanta or some of the other leagues that run short tracks. It's hard to get interviews in as Russ Hancock pushes Dana Osborne. And Dana comes down in front of Anthony, almost a little too close. But Dana Osborne is your current leader coming to the stripe. That's going to give him 3 laps led. We are a little over halfway through, folks. Lap 50 of 80. But looking at your playoff drivers, Anthony English, Sean Stevens, Mark Mann, Adam Kilday, Lynn McNeese, all right there. But only taking 4 into the next round, depending on how the points work and where they finish at. We should have your top 4 known by later tonight or first thing tomorrow. And guys, if anybody is out there listening that would be interested in running Checkered Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys on Sunday nights, reach out to David Overstreet or Bubba Whittingham. They'll get you the Discord information, applications and everything on iRacing. They would love to have more people in the races for sure. Again, looking at, we got the schedule out for season 2. Again, new season will start March the 16th in the trucks right here at Daytona for a night race. They will be running the trucks, the Gen 4 cars, and the Xfinity car. They need flag scoops on the side of the vehicle to direct air to the radiator. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, these cars don't have a lot of airflow unless you're in clean air. And to answer your question, yeah, I mean, I would like to dive into a little bit more, but uh, hopefully Josh will get back, and that will allow me to get back into the driver's seat. That's what I would really like to do, but until he is, well, I'm just kind of getting by with what I've got. But Dana Osborne's still your leader. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. Whoa, Paul Savant getting a little bit loose. Probably a bad push there by Russ Hancock, but able to save it. Good job by these guys to keep it going green. Well, I appreciate it, Eric. I mean, I try my best with what I know and with what I got. So I know we had, me and Joshua had discussed looking at maybe doing a different timing screen and ticker bar and all of that using a different program. We'll probably discuss that a little bit more when he gets to feeling better and when he decides he's able to get back in the booth. Yeah, and I raced with probably every single one of these guys, so it's easy to know who they are. Of course, I still have my timing screen and everything up, so but knowing these guys does help. And calling races with OP, you know, it helps because a lot of these guys do run OP as well on Saturday nights. Plus, I race with a lot of them on Monday night OP and Wednesday night OP. So, but Dana Osborne still your current leader. Russ Hancock to the outside. Bubba Winningham currently in P2, but Russ Hancock and Paul Savant both have our laps down. And Anthony English there in third. Dusty Burkhart fourth. Or I'm sorry, he is third now. Anthony English in fourth. Sean Stevens fifth. Mark Mann currently in sixth. Adam Kilday seventh. Lynn McNeese in eighth. Cole Spalding in ninth. Les Levy in 10th. Rick Seabrand's back here in 11th. Started 6th. Doug Johnson in 12th. Michael Pratt 13th. Luke Gray in 15th. Oh, that's Paul Servant is back on the lead lap as well. But he is up towards the front at the moment. Trying to get his lap back the hard way. Bubba Winningham, your current leader, getting a good push by Dusty Burkhart in that 69 machine. Russ Hancock right there in the 343 and the 3 car of Paul Servant trying to keep their on the lead lap. Yeah, he's just, like I said, being patient. Going to try to see if, what happens. We are lap 58 of 80 as Dana Osborne gets a run on that inside with Anthony English right behind him. Now, Dana's using the 2 cars there that could potentially be, lap traffic to help him move or separate from the rest of the pack. But Anthony English, Sean Stevens, both right there. as they come past the start-finish line, lap 59. Andrew Schroeder is a lap down. Going up high, stay out of their way. Dana Osborne still up here with Paul Servant and Russ Hancock. So Andrew Schroeder does drop it down into, yeah, it's either the New York Yankees or the New York Jets with Schroeder. You just never know which one he's going to be in. Sorry, guys, I had to get me a drink of coffee here. As we are 21 to go. Looking at our caution ticker right now, 3 cautions for 9 laps. 21 to go, 19 lead changes. Right now, your current leader is Mr. Dana Osborne in that number 8 machine. Of course, your next 5 drivers are all playoff drivers. Anthony English, Sean Stevens, Mark Mann, Adam Kilday, Lynn McNeese. Les Levy, another chase driver, in 9th right now. Rick Seabrands. Looked like he might have just come off a pit road, is a lap down. Now they've been out here 20 laps. So here they come with 20 to go. They're going to make sure they got enough fuel. Ooh, a little bit of bobbing and weaving going on pit road. Well, Paul Servant right now is the car that's leading them down pit road. He was out here 21 laps, so when they come in to get fuel, tires, or whatever it is, they're going to have enough to get them to the end of the race. Dana Osborne is your leader coming off of pit road. Big group, though. Mark Mann currently in 2nd. Anthony English 3rd. Sean Stevens 4th. Les Levy moved up to 5th. Adam Kilday in 6th. Cole Spalding 7th. Michael Pratt in 8th. Lynn McNeese in 9th. Dusty Burkhart is rounding out your top 10. Yeah, definitely. Pit boards do come, especially, you know, if you're driving a dark car at nighttime, it's tough to see the pit board. So, but here we go, folks. 19 to go. Dana Osborne is your leader. Mark Mann making a run on the outside with Anthony English. Paul Servant there still in the mix, although he is a lap down. At 343 of Russ Hancock getting a little bit squirrely there. Sean Stevens right behind him. But here comes Mark Mann, Anthony English, Les Levy, all outside line with Adam Kilday and Cole Spalding. But Cole drops it down behind Sean Stevens, not liking that feel, I guess, of that higher mid line, as Rick Seabrands does go up to the highest side, goes another lap down. Good battle up front here. Dana Osborne, Mark Mann, 1-2 at the moment. Mark does get a pretty good run coming into turn number 2. We'll see if he's got enough momentum to carry it out of turn 2. On the back straightaway, he does take the lead away, but Well, there is Dana Osborne. Right behind him is Paul Servant, trying to push Dana up there. These guys do get, ooh, bumped him up. Dana was able to maintain control, got up there in front of Mark Mann. So now you've got Dana Osborne, Mark Mann, Anthony English outside line, Paul Servant, Russ Hancock, and the 27 of Sean Stevens on that inside line. With 16 to go, folks, we're winding it down. Top 4 will go into the championship race next week. And right now, setting in your four playoff positions right now, Mark Mann, Anthony English, Sean Stevens, and Adam Kilday. If they can get a good finish, that could be potentially your top 4. Well, looking back at our point standings for the top 8, Lynn McNeese is only 6 points behind or ahead of Russ Hancock, 8 points ahead of Sean Stevens. Adam Kilday is 10 points behind Lynn McNeese. And right now, Lynn McNeese is currently in 8th spot. We'll get this out of the way. Again, depending on how they do the points, which I do not do, I have no idea about. But we are 3 wide here as Paul Servant does go to the high side. Russ Hancock low line, mid line, trying to find a spot. As Dana Osborne, Mark Mann, and Anthony English try to get a run to that outside. Sean Stevens down on the inside behind Russ Hancock, trying to get a run to get in front of these guys. Again, Sean Stevens is a playoff driver. I'll have to check it out, Eric. I haven't really done a lot of racing except for Tuesday nights. Russ Hancock, I don't know if he's trying to throw blocks or what, but I mean, he is a playoff driver, but he is 2 laps down. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, folks, but Dana, oh, there we go. That's taken out our top several drivers that were playoff drivers. We caught that live here. Let's go ahead and get on a chase cam with Dana. That happened right there. Now we're on Mark Mann, but we're going to rewind this here a little bit. Go up here to Dana's car. Coming out of the turn, Mark goes up a little high. Dana Osborne is right there in the middle. That was net code, folks. You see the spacing between him and Russ Hancock. I don't know if they would have eventually touched, but they ended up touching. As you can see, it took Mark Mann involved, Anthony English as well. Sean Stevens made it through. Les Levy made it through. And then Dana Osborne got tagged again by Anthony. Rick Seabrand's going to mow some grass as well. Michael Pratt looks like he got a piece of it. And Kevin Hawes going to cut some grass. Several vehicles involved in this. Looks like Adam Kilday may have gotten a little bit of it as well. Well, that's going to change up your picture a little bit, folks. Yeah, he got tagged. So that's going to put Sean Stevens up in that top spot. Somehow Anthony English in second, Les Levy third, Adam Kilday fourth. And we are 11 to go, folks. Michael Pratt in fifth, Dusty Burkhart in sixth, Doug Johnson seventh, Bubba Winningham in eighth, Cole Spaulding currently in ninth, Lynn McNeese 10th. Mark Mann down on pit road. Dana Osborne and Mark Mann's in 11th, Dana Osborne in 12th. Rick Seabrand's coming back down. Rick is back on the lead lap. Paul Servant still a lap down in 14th. Luke Gray also a lap down in 15th. Andrew Schroeder lap down in 16th. Kevin Haas a lap down in 17th. And then Russ Hancock 2 laps down in 18th. So John Guerrero and David Street are the only 2 drivers that have taken their cars behind pit wall for the race. As they come around turn looks like number 4, coming to the start-finish line. The lights on the pace car should go out. We'll go ahead and take a look here at our race analytic and analysis right now. Air temp of 71. Track temp not that hot, 79. Good conditions, good racing weather, absolutely. We are 10 to go now. Lights do go out on the pace car. Excuse me. Starting to get a little bit hoarse here, folks. We're going to have a 10-lap dash, though, for the see who wins. Is Sean Stevens, Anthony English, Les Levy, Adam Kilday, Dusty Burkhart, Michael Pratt, Bubba Winningham, Doug Johnson, Cole Spaulding, Lynn McNeese, your top 10. 11th is Dana Osborne, Seabrand's in 12th. Back on the lead lap, Mark Mann in 13th, Luke Gray 14th, Paul Servant 15th, Andrew Schroeder 16th, Kevin Haas 17th, and Russ Hancock in 18th. As they're coming down the back stretch, coming in 2, 3, and 4. The pace car dives off to the safety of pit road on the restart. They cross the line. Will be 9 to go. I know Eric's got his pick of Rick Seabrand's to win tonight. I think it's going to come down to where you're at if a wreck comes out before the checker or before the white flag. Pace car dives off down into the safety of pit road. Here we come to the Geico restart zone. Green flags back out, folks. Here we go, racing again on the loud pedal. Good start by everyone. Sean Stevens inside. Anthony English on that outside line at the moment. The cars get wound up, get up to speed. Sean Stevens, Les Levy, Michael Pratt inside, Anthony English, Adam Kilday, Dusty Burkhart outside. Here comes Doug Johnson on the inside, trying to get a run up to that 45 machine. Well, look who it is, Bubba Winningham, making a run 3 wide on that outside. Does have some help with him with that 84 of Lynn McNeese, 04 Mark Mann. trying to get back up to the front. Door closes. Anthony English drops it down in front of Doug Johnson, but comes right back up. Well, Les Levy does jump out to that outside line. Yep, getting a little bit dicey here, folks, with 8 to go. Big group here of drivers side by side, almost through the whole field. Sean Stevens inside. Michael Pratt right behind him. Les Levy on that outside with Anthony English and Adam Kilday. Doug Johnson trying to catch up there to that 45 machine. Here comes Cole Spaulding. Getting up close to Doug Johnson. Got to get a little more organized. Get that car a little bit tighter. Rick Seabrand's right now currently in 11th. Ooh, getting a little bit loose there with Dusty Burkhart. Andrew Schroeder jumping out to the high side, but Rick Seabrand's up into 10th, trying to find whatever line is going to move the fastest. But back up to the front, Sean Stevens getting a good gap on on Les Levy on that outside. Sean Stevens, Michael Pratt, Doug Johnson, Cole Spaulding inside line. The number 3, Paul Servant as well on that inside line. Les Levy outside with Anthony English, Adam Kilday, but we are 3 wide back here with Dana Osborne, Mark Mann, trying to get that far outside that third lane going. Dusty Burkhart does kind of come up on Osborne just a little bit. Well, there's the Yeti machine down there of Rick Seabrand's on that inside line. Mark Mann loose into the wall. Going to slow him down just a little bit. As 84 machine of Les Levy, or as Lynn McNeese does get around Mark, as well as Bubba Winningham in the 66 machine. Looking back up to the front, though, all by himself with the 45 right behind him in the 38. Nobody to his outside. That's the 27 of Sean Stevens. That outside line just cannot get anything going, but Rick Seabrand's right there in 8th. If he can get out in front of that 62 of Les Levy, they may have a run on that inside line to get around them. But 5 to go, folks. Your current leader, Sean Stevens, out front. Michael Pratt in 2nd. Doug Johnson in 3rd. But here comes that 62 of Les Levy. On the outside, we are 3 wide. Dusty Burkhart, Dana Osborne, trying to get that 3rd lane going again. Whoa, a little bit of bumping there between Dana Osborne and 48 of Andrew Schroeder. That pushed Rick Seabrand's down. And they are losing. If these guys could get back up and get together, they can close that gap. As they are doing, there's Rick Seabrand's closing the gap on that 69 machine of Dusty Burkhart with the help of the 04, of Mark Mann. Has caught back up with that big group, so Rick Seabrand's is looking to the outside, going to see if Mark goes with him. Mark does go with him, as well as looks like that is the 8 of Dana Osborne. Or no, that's the 29 of Luke Gray. Going out to that 3rd line. 3 to go, coming to 2 to go. Really, folks, it's anybody's race at this point. Oh, we got him spinning. That's going to cause a caution. That was Anthony English. Oh, Rick Seabrand's involved. Andrew Schroeder, Lynn McNeese, Mark Mann, Bubba Winningham. Looked like he might have got through that. Ooh, Dusty Burkhart having some major issues. And so is Rick Seabrands. Rick's having problems getting his car going. Rick does have a meatball flag, but he does still have both of his fast repairs. Well, folks, this is going to be green, white, checkered. Unfortunately, that took a lot of your playoff drivers out of the top 5. We still have Sean Stevens, Les Levy, Adam Kilday are the 3 top playoff drivers in the top 5. Lynn McNeese currently in 8th. Mark Mann in 11th. Anthony English 12th. Rick Seabrands in 13th. Rick did use one of his fast repairs. Yeah, that was definitely a tough one. You see Russ Hancock coming around the pace car, going to get one of his laps back. That will still put him 1 lap down with 3 to go. For those just tuning in, or if you haven't, be sure to hit that like button for me. Also, if you're not a subscriber to MaxsPeed TV, be sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification to let you know every time we go live. Again, Stephen Lane up here in the booth, also filling in on Saturday nights as well as Thursday nights for Joshua, who is at home recuperating from heart surgery. Doing well. Glad that he is doing well. Went and got to go see him, was it last weekend? About last weekend. Went to go see him and visited with him for a little bit. Try to lift his spirits up. But he is doing well. He is home recovering. Had his post-op checkup the other day, and from my understanding, everything was looking good. But I know a lot of people will be glad to get him back up into the booth instead of me. But until then, we're going to make it work. We're going to keep this thing going for Josh. But here we go, folks. Coming up to the start-finish line. Lights on the pace car go out. 1 lap to go. Absolutely, this is for Josh. Now we are in talks with all the league owners that Josh broadcasts for, and we are going to be doing a benefit race for Josh. Will be a buy-in race also. We will have it set up where if any viewers want to donate, they will be able to. And again, all the proceeds that we raise will go directly to Joshua and his wife Tanya, maybe to help them with any unforeseen expenses or anything like that. Now we're in the works of getting some sponsors, maybe some prizes for our viewers that want to donate. We are still working out the details. I think we got a date kind of dialed in. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens. If we can get all the league owners on board and involved, then I think it'll be a good thing. Still discussing what track we're going to run, because I know there's some leagues that don't like the super speedways. Absolutely, Eric. Well, like I said, we're gonna once we get everything dialed in, we'll do a live stream uh, prior to the race date and let everybody know all the details and everything. So. Well, here we go, folks. Pace car diving off down to the safety of pit road. This will be GWC attempt. Green flags back out, back on the loud pedal. Here we go, folks. Got to make it around to the white flag. Ooh, figure eight. I don't know if that would go well. It'd be fun to watch, but I don't think it will go well. So, but Sean Stevens, Doug Johnson, Adam Kilday, right now your top three. As Adam does go out outside line in front of Michael Pratt. Well, there is that number 84 of Lem McNeese. It gives Douglas Johnson a pretty good shot there. Got to be careful about pushing it in the corners, and especially pushing off center. Here we go. We're wrecking again, folks. That was back here, Dusty Burkhart involved. Flag did not come out. We are white flag, though. Yellow flag did not come out. So I'm assuming the leaders crossed the line before the yellow was thrown. But here we go. 27, Sean Stevens, Adam Kilday in that 85 machine. Doug Johnson, Michael Pratt, Lem McNeese. Les Levy, as Adam gets a little bit loose, slows it down. We're coming down to the final turn, into the trioval. They're wrecking Dana Osborne. 27, Sean Stevens, going to be your winner. Douglas Johnson in second. Les Levy in third. Lem McNeese in fourth. So let's take a look here. We'll get a rewind here, folks, of that finish. Where is, I had a flag stand here. Well, I see them coming up to well, there's Sean Stevens, Doug Johnson. And we've got to go to a chase cam because it's showing Les Levy in third. We'll go back here. Just barely a 3-wide photo finish. I mean, by a front spoiler. That's how close it was. That is crazy. Well, awesome finish by these guys. We're going to get our top three for the post-race interviews. So hang tight, folks. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, folks, we are back. Great finish by these guys. 3/1000ths of a second from the third place finisher and the fourth place finisher. We're going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and get our third place finisher up here. Les Levy, awesome job, man. A little bit of issue there coming to the white flag, but you guys took the white flag and came on through. 3/1000ths of a second between you and your teammate, actually, Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn's one of my Monday night teammates. Run with him elsewhere. Known him since I started in it. He's in a good spot leading into this race. I needed to do max points tonight, which didn't quite get, but heck, I'll take P3 with Len fourth, and got another Monday night teammate and Sean winning the race for Checkered Flag Motorsports and one of our team cars. So overall, hope I'll make it, but if not, great to see those guys up there.
Well, I noticed. I know you guys had some issues as far as cautions. I mean, we had. I wouldn't say a lot. I mean, we had 5 cautions, 15 laps, but some guys was having a problem running that third line close to that wall. I seen a lot of guys get out there and then all of a sudden just lose it.
Yeah, it was a little rough in the beginning. I mean, I damaged up the equipment pretty bad, tore up the car. I had to kind of go on a little bit more defense than I wanted to early on. Did see a number of really talented drivers nicking the wall there. So I don't know if it was just weather conditions, running on old tires, or hey, you got to go all out and you sometimes hit the wall.
Well, don't know what that. I don't know how they worked the points last. I'm not even going to try, but I know you were in a good spot. You needed some good points tonight. This may. Finishing third may get you into the top 4 going into next week. Now, next week's at Talladega for the championship race. Of course, we got to wait on David and them to get the points done. But how do you feel about Talladega?
Well, Talladega is my favorite track. We got the Ricky Bobby Foundation for People Challenge to Go Fast sponsoring that championship race. We'll be running it on the car. I think if I get in there, it's probably going to be just squeaking into fourth. I think I really needed max points in the win, but listen, like I said, if can't get that, I'll take a podium and have a couple of teammates running right behind me and up front. I'll take that all day long.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you, Les. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, buddy?
Yeah, I want to thank Dave-O for putting this league together. He does an amazing job. I mean, I don't think we give him enough credit. He's got some good help from Bubba and Russell and a few others. Steven, love you guys from the broadcasters in the booth. And, listen, guys, let's all remember Josh, too. I know he's been through a lot. Sounds like he's getting better, and we're going to keep our prayers and thoughts with him.
Absolutely. Well, let's go celebrate, buddy. We will see you next week.
Yeah, you be safe, Steve, and give my regards and thoughts to Josh if you talk to him.
Will do, brother.
Be safe.
All right. Well, he moved himself. That's going to bring us to our second place finisher, Mr. Douglas Johnson. Man, Doug started 11th, finished podium. Now, I believe this is you last couple of weeks you finished pretty well. Just that win has avoided you there, buddy.
Yep, always knocking on the door, but can't get in there quite yet.
Well, I know we've had a lot. You had to use both of your fast repairs. You kind of got tangled up in some of that mess throughout the race, but overall, I mean, it was decent runs by you guys. Y'all had a couple of green flag pit stops that you guys seemed to manage pretty well. But overall, how did your track feel, and what was it like running around some of these guys?
Oh, it was actually pretty good. The car felt good all night. There wasn't hardly no tire wear, at least not for me. And the most of the cautions were just because of them just little minor stuff. It wasn't no real big,
Well, I wanted to ask you this. That low line really seemed to be the line to be on tonight. To me, that again, just like Saturday night with OP at Atlanta, that midline seemed to be losing a little bit of momentum coming into the corner, but gaining a little bit coming out and getting really good runs on the straightaways. A lot of times I seen you were down on that inside line, but when you got to run that midline, Was you feeling a little bit of that, or was it pretty much the same on both lines?
It was pretty much the same, but it was, I don't know, it was like they were, if you were in the second lane, you seemed like you were a little bit faster down the backstretch, and then for some reason, the inside lane seemed like it was better coming to the triangle. So, tip for that.
Well, buddy, awesome job tonight. Congratulations. Glad to see you back up here on the podium. Going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you real quick. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you're going to give before you go celebrate?
Oh, yeah, just want to say thanks to Bubba and Dave, like usual, for everything they do. And appreciate y'all broadcasting it. And see Josh, tell him I say keep digging.
Will do, buddy. But Talladega next week. Hopefully we'll see you there, championship night. And, man, just go celebrate and enjoy this second place finish tonight.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to get our winner up here while I get on his car. Sean Stevens, your winner for tonight. And, man, awesome job. I mean, you started up front and just kind of, well, you kind of just held on to that spot there. A good battle going on between you and Dana Osborne there for a while. And then, the lap cars was trying to keep their position from going another lap down or, trying to get their lap back the hard way, man. And I know it's a little bit rough being in a playoff situation having to deal with that. But overall, pretty decent race. Green flag pit stops for you guys. Really didn't see a whole lot of trouble with pit road tonight. How was it out there, buddy?
Yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking, with the lap cars there towards the end. But, I mean, we're all, racing week in, week out with each other. We kind of know what we're going to do. But, I mean, it wasn't bad. Car got hot for me about after the first lap. The water temp got up and started flashing red. So I was just trying to manage the temps and keep everything cool. And my plan was just try to stay out front as long as I could.
Well, the win tonight is going to help you, especially when it comes to the Final Four. I mean, you were already in, the points race and everything. I'm looking at the point standings right now. You were sitting 8 behind Lynn. So this, hopefully, I'm pretty sure this locked you in to the championship night next week.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. That was my whole goal, was try to at least finish in the top 5. I wanted to qualify as best as I could and just keep it out front all race.
Well, I mean, you guys did a great job. I know there were several drivers that were having some issues. I think Andrew Schroeder blew an engine, probably got too hot. Now, as a driver, I mean, I know that for my experience in these cars, if you peek out one side or the other, that cools different things. So I think the right side is the water, the left side is the oil. Was that how you was able to get your car cooled down, especially when you were pushing?
Yeah. I kept trying to go side to side, try to keep them, both manageable. Let it blink red for a little bit, try to get out there, get it cooled down, and go to the other side. And it takes a while to learn that, but once you get it done, it's easy.
Well, man, awesome job tonight. Again, congratulations. Not going to keep you much longer, but we do have Talladega next week. How do you feel about running Dega?
Love Dega. And I just qualify best I can and keep on pushing.
All right, buddy. Well, at this point, we're going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you, Sean. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give?
Yeah, thanks to you, Stephen, for broadcasting these, and best wishes go out to Joshua. And I got to thank my wife for letting me do this twice a week, and all my teammates tonight, Michael Pratt, Bubba, Lynn, Dusty, so everybody's in the team channel. So,
all right, man. Well, go celebrate. Great win for Checkered Flag Motorsports. You had your teammates right there behind you as well. It's always nice to have that. But congratulations on the win tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right, Steve. See you.
All right, so that's going to bring us to our results. And it looks like we have got our final four. Well, that will be the 84 machine of Lynn McNeese, the 27 of Sean Stevens. He's got 84 in there twice. Not sure. And the 62 of Les Levy. Let me get with David Overstreet real quick. Let me see if he is still in. Let me see if I can pull him up here real quick. Well, I'm assuming like I said, looking at the message that he sent me, I don't know why he had 84 in there twice. Well, we'll get all of that sorted out, guys. It is what it is right now, but we're going to go ahead and get to our results, pending any unofficial or any admin stuff that needs to be done. So Sean Stevens is your winner tonight. Doug Johnson in second. Les Levy coming in third. And Lynn McNeese in fourth. I bet he was going to say, yeah, oh well. So Michael Pratt coming in fifth in the 45 machine. 49 of Cole Spalding in sixth. The number 4, Rick Seabrands in seventh. Dana Osborne in 8th, Adam Kilday 9th, and Anthony English in 10th. Finishing 11th, the 69 of Dusty Burkhart. Finishing 12th is the 04 of Mark Mann. 66, Bubba Winningham finishing 13th. Paul Servant finished 14th. Luke Gray in 15th, Russ Hancock 16th. Andrew Schroeder in 17th. Kevin Haas in 18th, John Guerrero 19th, and David Overstreet in 20th. Well, that's going to round it out and finish it out for tonight, folks. Do appreciate everybody joining in tonight. Eric out there chatting it up. Wag showed up for a little bit. Matt Wagner, appreciate you. Brendan Kennedy. Try to get back through here. Blaze, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of that, but Blaze, appreciate you showing up as well. But that's going to do it for us tonight, folks, here on MaxsPeed TV, the Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys, sponsored by Buttkicker. Tonight's race also was sponsored by Rick Seabrands, the Yeti 200, here at Daytona, finishing out round number 2 of the playoffs as we go into next week for our playoff champion or our championship race at Talladega. Join us next Sunday for that race, folks. Until then, everybody, please stay safe and have a great night.